So what's up guys, another video on Punisher. It's free rune removal today. I changed my team, changed it a few days back because I didn't do a free rune removal. But for the guys here, I wanted to make this video right now. This is not a team I came up with. I've seen it on like a few other people's like streams, videos and whatnot. So this is currently the most popular team out there. Wanted to bring that out there as well. Gave my own little flavor to it, so for the people that watch my old video, you might consider wanting to make this team because it's free rune removal right now in Europe. So I wanted to get this video out today. So gonna show you around, gonna show you why it's different, why the other team is actually not that bad, but it's just a different version. I think it's a little bit easier to rune, and this one actually scales really strong of like having OP runes. So this team currently for me has pretty OP runes. Also, I want to explain like this team can hit 31 seconds. As you will see in the end, I only have a 34-second right now only. But I will explain you why like some people advertise it as like, oh, this is like the below 40-second team, like it hits that all the time. It doesn't. It actually does not. The fastest time is really fast, but the conditions where it can get the fastest time in are actually pretty minimum. Also, a lot of these other videos are not showing the triple will, which I showed in my last video, which I will go over like just shortly for the people that didn't see the previous video, because if there's a new one, why would you watch the previous one? So just for completion, I will add in the triple will story here as well. So as you can see, this run is pretty darn fast. This is, I think, currently the most optimal team that people have found. A small switch which could be faster is would it be faster? Maybe adding in like Crow. That could be like a potential to be faster. I'm also gonna talk about like some replacements. If you want to see the other video of the other team that I made, I will link it in the description as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I will go over like the team, how it's runed, and I will talk about why this can hit like 31 seconds and why it almost never does. So yeah, that's about it. But this team is like, you don't need too much tanky stats. It's just all pure damage. It feels sometimes could be fixed with having a little bit more damage. That's really odd that he hits someone else then. For that reason, you could add in like a shield set, but it barely happens like that. That he starts to hit someone else. So, okay. Firstly, I want to talk about the mechanics of the boss. So why do you need like the triple will? If you already seen it, just skip this section, like, because you know. So we're gonna get to the boss. Okay, so we're at the boss already, a few hits in. So first of all, this skill cannot be countered, which is the AoE, so using counters is not good. Also, if you would counter, you would probably hit the left and the right tower, or like the left tower, and the left tower actually gains attack bar when you hit it, so you don't want to counter in general, like at all, because it can mess up like turn order, like if you want to kill it fast. And the thing how you kill this boss fast is by him not having as many turns. So the first skill of his, he will counter. Second skill, you've seen like he absorbs the attack bar, and that's why you need the will. He does not always use this skill firstly, so just using one will rune doesn't make any sense, because you outspeed it with one unit, maybe two, then you increase his attack bar because he gets attack bar every time you attack him, and then your will rune is gone, then he hits you and he absorbs your attack bar. So you need the double or the triple will. I recommend the triple will because he does not always use his second skill right away. Like just a triple will dark tank will instantly increase your run by a lot. So finally, for the passive of the boss, every time he hits you for like 5 turns, 10 turns and 20 turns, he starts doing a lot more damage. Then this one is just if you hit it, it will increase the attack bar, and if he reduces its attack bar, then he will get an instant turn. So that's about it for the boss, if you want to theory craft yourself. So that's just it for the boss, its mechanics. I go more over it in the other video, so if you don't really understand stuff, check the other video as well. So for the runes and the turn order, let's go by turn order. So Kahli moves first, double blades on speed, crit damage, attack. with fight. I like to add in fights. That's my little bit of flavor I gave to this team. Then Raoq moves. Raoq, because Raoq and Jultan are actually in the same team, so this, what I did, switches their position in the turn order. I will show you why that's like useful. So Raoq moves. Raoq is attack, crit damage, attack on blade plus broken. Jultan is the triple will, which I talked about in the previous video as well. Crit damage, it is not necessary. You could go HP, but I think the crit damage helps a bit more because skill 1 is scaling off attack, skill 2 is scaling off max HP. So for when there's a team up, Jultan would do more damage on a skill 1. You do need the triple will, and it just helps so much more. Like, do it. Then Pang moves, which is rage broken, and it's attack, crit damage, attack again. I can make this like 100% crit rate. Should do that. And then the last bit of my flavor to it, verde, triple fight. If you can't run a triple fight, it's not necessary to have like triple fight. Also, like artifacts, most of them are just like attack, attack with some stats, attack, attack with some stats, attack, attack. This one is actually, I have to change this one to attack, attack actually. Yep. But there is one more thing to this team. The turn order is dependent on the buff of Kahli. So if Kahli buffs all units, Jultan has an artifact that makes him faster than Raoq, and I'll show you later why that's actually an improvement to like the fastest run of the team. It's not a necessity to have. If you don't want to do this too much effort, just make Jultan move first and then Raoq. Let's go over how does a run get like the sub 40-second run, because it doesn't happen too often. So of course in this stage, like, it wants to be cleared as fast as possible. Best if Kahli uses S3 and there's a team up with the Kahli. So Kahli has S3 again for the next one, and that keeps continuing. So like a lot of the fast run like material comes from the Raoq doing correct team ups. So to go over like a perfect scenario boss stage, like I said, if Gods of Fire happens, or Gods of Fire is like casted, then Jultan will move first, otherwise Raoq will move first. So why is this beneficial? If Jultan would move first, or like let's say Kahli moves first, she attacks with skill 1 or skill 2, the boss will get ATB, therefore Jultan will move, and the armor break will be gone unless Raoq teams up then, because the boss will get a turn after that, so the armor break is gone, unless Raoq teams up with Jultan and then the armor break is there again. So why is it beneficial to have Raoq first? Because if Raoq goes first, let's say Kahli uses S1, Raoq uses S1, then the boss will take a turn, and then, well, Raoq always uses too, but whatever. Then Jultan will have a turn, so it will be always armor broken for Pang, and Pang can extend that armor break. But if God of Fire is used, you will get a speed buff as well. Because of the speed buff, both Jultan and Raoq will move, also because Kahli didn't touch the boss, so it didn't gain attack bar. So preferably, this is a must. Then Jultan will get a turn because of the artifact that I just showed before. He can armor break. Then team up is required, but preferably a team up with Pang and verde heal. That actually happened. Okay. Preferably you have a slow at that moment. My Pang is not skilled up. Then Pang can actually do her own thing. Then the boss moves. Then that goes, and if there was a slow, there will be a lot more damage. So that's basically, and then that happens. So that's basically what just happened, minus the slow is a perfect run. And you can see I did 4 minutes for this. So like I said, these runs can go like 31 seconds, but it doesn't happen too often. So because it needs like a lot of RNG. So averaging, it's probably 45 to 50 seconds depending on your rune quality. Also, You can run this team with like a lot lower rune quality, but just adding like more shield runes, adding like more HP like overall to all of the units. I actually went really down on the HP to add more attack because I can afford that to have that much attack on them and actually clear it really fast and still be consistent. So for you, that's just probably like a min-maxing and whatnot. So what other like replacements could you do? Well, this team is actually built on like the Kahli, like the verde Kahli, like, and then the Raoq Jultan like tuning. So you cannot really replace those four. Also, those four are all free to play. Pang was HOH, so it's technically free to play. If you missed it, you could add in like other units, like could be funny. You could in other units that just are like single target damage dealers. Pang is probably one of the best options. Crow is an option, but you would need a triple will or at least a double will Crow to do so. I think Crow is actually a pretty decent option as well. Another team I've seen people use with like good success is if you remove the Kahli, you remove the Pang, you put in Crow, and you put in a another Raoq. Then you would have the team order of Raoq, Jultan, Raoq, and then Crow, verde. Another option is Raoq, Jultan, Raoq, Pang, verde. So those are some other options for the teams, like if you have those units laying around. So I just wanted to bring this video out during free rune removal, so you have the chance like to like if you just saw the previous video with the twins and then you're like, okay, should I build the twins one, should I build this one? This one is faster, this one is probably easier to run, and it does not use your homunculus. Like I got a lot of comments like, but I use the homunculus for TOA, what can I use instead of the homunculus, because I don't want to rip my TOA homunculus. So this is a good option, completely free to play. Those units aren't used anywhere else. If you would use Crow, and you would have to go double or triple will on it, you cannot really use it that well in like other stages as you would prefer. So therefore I wouldn't recommend that. But yeah, also for like skill ups, Jultan is not necessarily to have skill ups. Raoq, because he's that good in that many dungeons currently, I would recommend to skill up Raoq. Like it's will like definitely, he's good in this dungeon, he's good in SF, he's good in Necro, he's good in Dragon, so he's good in a lot of dungeons. So skilling up Raoq is worth it. Skilling up Crow is worth it, again used in many dungeons. So that's about it. Have a good FR. If you're watching it later than FR, have a good day, and thanks for watching, and peace. So I've noticed you made it this far into the video. So do me a small favor, just one or two. You put your mouse over that button and like, and you just like BAM! That was probably fucking loud. I have to lower that in the edit. Ha! And then you go to the subscribe and you do BAM! And then yeah, and then you go to the comment section and you type like and then you hit enter, and that's how you help me out. It sounds really weird, but you have to make the noises, otherwise it doesn't work. All right, you have to make the noises. It's elementary, it's necessary.